All right, so my Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what the Divine has waiting for you guys. Any messages for May 2020? Okay. Okay, so what I'm getting a sense here for you Leos in May, that I feel that in the May, I'm seeing right away, whatever work or whatever, so what I'm kind of looking at, whatever you were kind of feeling in regards of mental blockages or, you know, maybe bad patterns, overthinking, anxiety, or just self-doubt, lack of self-worth, or not trusting yourself and stuff like that. I see that in the month of May, you're going to see a lot of clarification and you're going to see your situation really improve exponentially with the 10 of Cups we're seeing here. So I'm seeing, you know, whatever the things that were kind of bugging you and holding you back, I see that in May for a lot of you. You guys are going to feel so much better. You're going to break through whatever these mental blockages or boundaries were, and it's almost going to be this emotional fulfillment, whatever it may be. Maybe it's in relationships, maybe you finally reconnect with a loved one that you've been wanting, or maybe for some of you, you have that that moving forward in a relationship you were looking at. Maybe there is some job and career moments are going to absolutely exceed and break boundaries that perhaps are things that you've always been thinking about, and you're going to feel that release and you're just going to be like, yes, like I finally earned it. And I do see for some of you, there could be some, it's going to lead to more opportunities, but it's going to lead into opportunities I think are going to be a little bit unexpected. I do see some possible traveling either in May for some of you, or certain events are going to lead up into like these fulfillments, whether it's in these relationships or career advancements, that's going to lead into some travel in May. So I'm definitely getting a sense of that for some of you. Let's go ahead and get some clarification. So right away, my Leos, I'm seeing, you know, with the Warrior, it's saying, be fearless and stand strong. So I think whatever, you know, I think right now for a lot of you going into May, you've been kind of making these drastic changes in yourself. I think a lot of you guys have been doing a lot of self-work, a lot of self-improvement, maybe have been really doing a lot of transformative work within yourself. And to be fearless and stand strong and whatever, you know, to take the plunge, essentially. I think in May, I'm seeing for a lot of you, you know, whatever this opportunity or whatever this is, maybe within this relationship or romantic relationship, whatever it might be for you, because this is a general reading, but whatever it may end up being for you, to be fearless, stand strong, and I think even like take the plunge. Like don't be ruled by fear or doubt or unsureness. You know, take a leap of faith. And I think part of that is, you know, with that fear and everything, because we have the Autumn card, release the old and rest. So I'm seeing that for a lot of you, you know, that's going to be something super drastic and super crazy and scary for a lot of you to kind of like plunge. Because I actually do feel for some of you Leos, like you're not as like reckless, or you don't just like jump without thinking. I think a lot of you actually do put a lot of thought and think into what it is that you're going to do. for my Leos here, I feel kind of releasing that old and rest. It's really just taking a chance, I think, and following your heart and whatever it might be, to just kind of take the plunge and see what happens. Let me see if there's any other messages in regards of like different actions to take or different advice or things to be aware of. We have grace. And Foxfire. All right, my Leos. So I'm sensing right away, like, yeah, that Foxfire. I think part of that is, you know, you know, to really cleanse yourself of that fear, you know, limit your limiting beliefs and whatever has been holding you back. I feel for a lot of you Leos, you guys have really been working on that. And in May, I feel like you're really going to come into your full self in May. Like, I think the work, whatever it may be you've been putting in yourself, it's going to come into fruition in May. I feel you're going to see some sort of solution, some sort of resolution that's going to be very satisfactory to you. And for the grace, I feel, yeah, like I think the grace in a way I feel is almost the representation of the change you've made. Like you just feel it within yourself. You're much more graceful. You just handle things better. You're not as affected by things as maybe you used to be. And, you know, you're just a stronger person overall. Let me see what we have here. Get some messages from our divine masculine. Courage. Yeah, I mean, that kind of clarifying on that change, you know, that fear, because a lot of time, what a lot of people don't always like to talk about, that fear, a lot of time, it actually comes from limiting beliefs and the stories we always tell ourselves without even on a subconscious level, or a way we sometimes self-sabotage ourselves without even realizing it. I definitely see it's that courage of taking a chance, of trusting your gut, and obviously to not saying to be reckless or to like not think about things or think things through, but to take a leap of faith in these opportunities that are in front of you, and to have a courage to follow your heart and to not be afraid of what the outcome might be. And let's see what our divine feminine. Aphrodite, romantic love. Okay, so yeah, I feel for a lot of you guys, it's going to be taking a chance on love. Maybe not for everyone, but, or even, you know, maybe there is someone who you've already met, and perhaps it is going to be a proposal or some sort of advanced movement with this person. If there's already someone perhaps there's someone particular that you may already know, that they're going to offer you an offering of love or a relationship or moving forward in some sort of way. And, you know, and I feel you're going to be afraid to initially take it, but at the end, I think it's saying to trust your gut and to go for it. But, you know, obviously to stand strong in your beliefs and what you're okay with and not okay. So obviously, if this, say the person who may come to you, if you don't feel they're absolutely right for you or there's something wrong, obviously don't just jump into it. But I feel for a lot of you, it's going to be someone, I feel, or even if you haven't met this person, I feel it's going to be almost like, you're almost going to like hold back initially. I'm sensing maybe for some of you, you're going to meet this person in May, and if it's someone who you don't know yet, you're going to meet them, and it's going to take you so aback of how intense or how connected or how it's like this instant connection. It's intense, and there's a spark, and there's flirtation and there's so much going on, you're almost going to be overwhelmed where it's like, oh my gosh, this can't be real. Like, I don't know about that, but to just trust the process and to trust everything will come out the way it's supposed to be. And then, but I do feel for a lot of you guys may already know this person, and perhaps this has been someone you've been thinking about, someone who's been on your mind for some time. Maybe there were some questions or you weren't sure about it. But I think in love, I'm seeing a lot of success in love, and maybe some traveling where, maybe you guys, maybe it's a honeymoon, but I see you guys traveling together, whoever this person may be. So yeah, let's see if we can get maybe some messages in regards of some blockages, some things maybe we're not seeing initially right away, or blind spots, so to say. Inner strength. Okay. Well, before I get to these, another message that kind of came from this autumn, release the old and rest. I think for some of you, it just kind of came right off, like maybe for some of you in May, you need to release an old love. Perhaps there is something that's been on your mind, maybe a connection that you still haven't felt like maybe you quite moved on from, or maybe it was some situationship that kind of left you with a lot of question marks. And so for some of you, I'm feeling that you need to release this person, maybe whatever it is that will help you, a cord cutting ceremony or whatever it may be. But I think for some of you, and you'll know if this resonates with you, that I think a lot of you do want love, you want the relationship, you want to meet your soulmate, your soul partner, whatever, term resonates with you. But perhaps a part of you is still kind of being pulled back by someone else. And I think something that came to me right away as I was putting out the other cards was, like maybe some of you need to let go of someone else in order for you to be open energetically in May for this person to come in, for this offering of love, this new love that is going to essentially, in some ways, I feel almost sweep you off your feet and you're not going to know what to think about it. So that was something that came up. But right away, so back to these. I mean, the inner strength and the courage card, kind of self-explanatory right there, is finding that inner strength to be fearless and strong, to also know your boundaries. So also, for maybe some of those people in that situationship, you need to find that inner strength in order to know that you need to let go and to find the courage and the strength within yourself to do that in order to invite in this new person. And I also feel in May for a lot of you guys, are going to be doing really good health-wise. A lot of you are going to be glowing. And I think that's why there's like some messages I'm getting with staying strong and having your inner strength and really being fearless in a sense and having your boundaries. Because I feel, with this going on, I feel like a lot of you Leos, you have been taking care of yourself and you've been very healthy and you've been making good habits, and that they're going to come through and show and manifest in May, and you are going to attract so many different people. Like, you're going to be the hot one in the room. Like, everyone's going to turn their head and look at you and be like, oh, who is that person? So I definitely feel that for a lot of you, that you're going to grab a lot of attention. And I think it's all about kind of like that balance of like, okay, am I being like just too closed off, or is there something like, this is not right, this is not the person, this isn't it. But to also, it's that balance of trusting yourself. But that trust also comes knowing if this is the opportunity to take, or if this is something where it's like, no, that I got to put up my boundary here. So So I definitely sense that. Let's see if there's any other messages. Oh, that came out loud and clear. All right. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusions will soon disappear. So right then and there, kind of like releasing the old and trusting yourself. Trust that you are on the right path. So in May, you know, you just need to be certain that, like, yes, I am on the right path. I am where I'm supposed to be. I trust in the divine timing, in due time, of everything coming into my life. And I will get the clarity and the signs. But I think this is also something for you guys in May, that you're going to be becoming maybe a little more spiritually sensitive. And that in May you will be getting these signs, and to prepare yourself or to be open to them, whatever they may be. And with these, and let that guide you into helping you make these decisions, and to just trust that you are going into the right path. So if you had any questions or any doubts or confusions about the path you were going on, this is a confirmation, and same for, I feel, for pretty much all of you, that like you're whatever questions you may or may not have about your path or direction, that you are definitely in the right path and direction, even if it doesn't lead necessarily to something particular. I mean, we have the 10 of Cups. So there, I feel for most of you, it's going to be a successful venture. But even if it's not something that pans out the way it's supposed to be, I still feel like it's almost like you have to go through this path. And even though it's not necessarily like pans out the way you want to, but you had to go into that path in order for this other door to open. So I feel, because of that, it's still successful, because I feel for you guys, you're going to be seeing that essentially, okay, like that wasn't quite right, but guess what? I had a realization, or I met that person, and that person I knew I was supposed to meet, even though this doesn't quite work the way it was supposed to. But yeah, I think that's it for you guys. I really hope this resonated with you and that you guys got something out of it. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Leave a comment below if you want to see more of these videos or different suggestions, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.